Wait, hold up. I didn't switch it over. One sec.
1 2 1
Oh
2.
my gosh, finally!
Yeah, there we go.
C
Yeah.
Styles in the house! What's going on, man?
Yo, man, it only took like 30 minutes, but we're here.
Yo,
Yep.
that was on me, bro. I don't know what just right before I got on, I was listening to music, vibing out, get on the
Uh-huh.
stream, and it just everything shuts off. I don't know. And now I got you. I gotta turn you down. I got you loud as fuck. All right, man.
But hey, but you can hear me clearly though, right?
Yeah, you're good. I just
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's all that matters.
How you doing, C Styles?
I'm doing great, man. I'm chilling. Living life, going through the motions. There's a roller coaster of emotions going on lately. You know how that is. Like
What
lately,
about?
if you've been like, seeing the news going on in my country with TikTok.
What do you mean? Oh, like it's getting like banned and whatnot?
Oh, like today the Supreme Court ruled that TikTok is banned starting on Sunday. Now, I don't know how serious that is, but they're saying that Trump might like actually try to reverse that.
I
So,
I was seeing some people saying that Mr. Beast is gonna buy. You know who Mr. Beast is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, everybody knows Mr. Beast. But here's the thing, the owner don't want to sell to anybody though. He
Bro,
did he
that was one of my questions for you. I mean, that's gonna be fucking rough. Like, cause main views, I see you on my for you page all the time.
uh,
Like
yeah, yeah.
you're my guy, bro. You're on my for you page. So that I just don't know what would happen. Honestly, I don't know what would happen.
Yeah, what part of Canada are you in?
I'm in like Ontario.
Oh, okay. All right.
You ever been to Canada?
Nah, actually they didn't even like let me cross the time that I wanted to go to.
What does that mean?
Yeah, that means I was going through probation, and they're very strict on letting anybody into your country, man.
Whoa, that's a story we haven't heard, man. Probation.
Yeah, bro, this was like about 12 years ago.
Can you
12 years.
dive a little deeper into that or nah?
Let's just say I was dealing with some illegal shit, man. You know, I was dealing with some illegal shit, and they caught me at the wrong place at the wrong time, and I went through the motions. When I got locked up for a minute, and then like
How
I was on
long?
pro. No, it wasn't that much, man,
Oh no,
because
it
like
wasn't that long. Okay.
it was by association, man. It was by association.
Oh shit,
And
man.
so like they gave me like 3 years probation, man. Longest 3 years of my life. So when I tried to go through the border in Canada, they didn't accept that.
You actually
They
tried
let
to
me.
come. Where are you gonna go in Canada?
I was going to Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto's
Yeah. So how you
Toronto
go
is
into
Canada at this point.
how you go through like Buffalo and like to get to
Yeah,
the borders.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're going because my friend he usually goes to Canada a lot. So I'm originally from Chicago. So I got friends in Chicago, and we drove over there. And by the time I got there, they're like, "God damn it, you can't cross." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I forgot
Why?
to tell you on my
Why can't you just can't cross?
Nah, they're real. I don't know how it is now, but they're real strict at that time to let anybody into the country. They check your record. They check your criminal
Do
record.
they? Like when they're down
Yeah,
there, they check it.
yeah. Like it's like I don't know, it's like it's the
I
same
don't know.
thing as
I
the
don't.
border over.
Yeah, I don't think they do that anymore. I went to Buffalo like a while back, and it was all they did was just search my car. Motherfuckers
Yeah.
digging through my fucking trunk in my back seat. I got bags in the back. They're checking all that. The fuck is that
So
about?
so actually, I've been wanting to visit Canada. So if you're saying they're lenient now, shit, I'll give it another try.
I think it, bro. You know what we should do. You come down.
uh,
I want to play you 1v1 in basketball. I got to.
Hey, everybody got to get their licks in right now before I start getting older, man, because my knees are fucking up. So right now I feel good though. I feel good, but I know it's coming. It's inevitable. You know, when you're in your 40s, a lot of shit starts malfunctioning
Hey,
and shit.
look at LeBron. Look at LeBron.
LeBron's a special case. He spends $1 billion on his body every year. He does things that other people will never see or touch. Like meaning like through all those therapies that he goes through. You
Nah,
know?
he's on some different type of
Yeah.
shit.
He got the best of the best healthcare. He got the like everything that he needs in order to like function the way he is. The average person is not seeing that in their lifetime ever.
Yeah. I mean, well, that makes sense. I mean, he's 40 years old. How is he
Yeah, yeah,
doing this? How is he doing this? Oh,
exactly. And someone like me, I'm just like I'm going by genetics. I'm just going by hey, like I'm not really playing in the NBA. I'm not taking this shit like serious like he is. So I'm just going according to like what my body is capable of, and that's it.
I wanted to ask this. I wanted to ask how hard was it to train Yeet 956? Because when I seen that one clip of him when you first started training him. Oh
Yeah, yeah.
boy. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. And I thought it was gonna take a while, but
Yeah.
with 3 months, I saw an improvement. Within 3 months, he was able to actually dribble, and then he developed a little fadeaway that he knows how to do. Because I didn't show him that. I show him like the basics of how to like
Yeah.
do a turnaround and all that stuff. He developed like a fadeaway that's kind of unblockable, and I started noticing it within like 3 to 4 months. And I was like, "Oh my god, this guy's using it on me like that."
Bro, he's coming on some
So
different shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I always prefer having him when I'm playing like 2-on-2 now in today's time.
Yeah.
Because solely because I'm a big fan of doing the point guard to center pick and roll type stuff, because it's easier. It's easier to maneuver. A lot of people today don't do that. A lot of these players don't do that today. They don't
No, it's just that flashy.
like they don't use the, I guess you could say, the center or the power forward as it's traditionally used, right? So the power
Yeah.
forward is there, to set a pick for you, and then he either rolls or the pick is good enough for you to like do a mid range jumper. So you got like two options when you do the pick and roll. You either like find the open man or you set yourself up for a mid range. A lot of these players don't do that nowadays, man.
No, you know what it is? What it is with players now is they're all trying to get clips for TikTok. That's bro. TikTok is kind of I feel like it's kind of ruined things, man. In some ways, but obviously it's blessed you. But like
Yeah, it's more of a than a curse. Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah, I guess. But I feel like more nowadays people are trying to get those clips for TikTok, YouTube instead of doing the easy pick and roll pass.
Yeah, yeah. But things like like fundamentals is kind of like dead in today's world.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the way that the San Antonio Spurs played, or how they used to play with Tim Duncan in them, like that was the last team ever to have those type of fundamentals. I mean, a lot of people would say, "Oh, that's a boring way to play," but it was effective, you know.
It
And
is, yeah. No, I swear,
and
cause
and
when I'm at my local LA Fitness, bro. I'm gonna the unks. That's what we call people.
yeah, I've seen it.
The
I'm in that era.
the unks, man. They have those fundamentals, and I feel like that's more effective than anything.
Oh yeah, in the long run, it is. It is. Even though it seems like a boring way to play, but it's more effective than trying to break like 10 pointers in one game and shit. So, I mean,
So, how about let me ask you this: Who's your top three of all time NBA?
in the NBA,
Yeah.
I Jordan will always be number one.
Oh
Like no matter
no,
what,
not this man, not
no, you'll
this
never.
guy.
And I lived through that era. I was right there in Chicago during that time. So I mean, I seen it firsthand. It's like basically seeing the miracle worker right in front of you, as opposed to like trying to tell the story of how he was. It's like I saw Jesus right in front of me, man. Like
Oh
I literally
no.
saw this like in real time. there's a difference between seeing a player play in real time versus just seeing like highlights. It's
Yeah.
basically the closest thing I could relate it to is seeing someone play on TikTok and then playing them in person and being like, oh shit, I didn't know he was like that good, you know. That's the way I would describe it. So you'd have to be there in real time to actually see what that player was capable of, you know, as what I'm talking about Jordan. So yeah, that's one for me. I have LeBron at number 2, and I got Kobe at 3. If we're gonna talk about top 3 of all time,
I
you
like
got to
that.
put Kobe.
I like, bro. Yeah, Kobe's he's something else.
Kobe, I got to see right from being a teenager all the way to like my, you know, late 20s, early 30s. So I got to see the best of Kobe, man.
You
You
ever
know,
you ever go to a game where Michael Jordan was playing?
yeah, yeah. I saw a game in '97 and '98.
Damn.
Yeah, that was like the last dance season. And the reason why I didn't go earlier was because it was like some of the hardest tickets to ever get. And when it was the beginning of the season, you would have to get in line where everybody else. It would be like a line about 2 blocks away, right? And if you were lucky enough to get tickets, then you got them
Yeah.
right then and there. You know, people would camp out.
Oh yeah,
So
cause
by
it's
the time,
not like online shit. Okay.
no, it was like on some Black Friday shit. So by the time we got there to the booth, my dad was able to get the $40 tickets, which were standing seats, and I accepted them. I'm like, hell yeah, fuck it, you know, like we're gonna get to see a game. We're gonna be in the building. So I got to see Jordan play from the standing seats. It wasn't bad at all. You could actually see like there.
I
Um,
know the legs was killing though.
yeah, but I mean, you didn't notice that because you know, number one, I was a kid. I was like 12, and two,
Yeah.
like you know, you got all that energy. Like I was like the adrenaline of being there, like overtook everything. So I was good with that. Definitely, man.
What's have you like so what's the highest level of basketball you've played?
Um, just what's it called? Adult league, meaning
Adult
like after
you
high.
didn't did you play high school?
Yeah, I played high school. I'm saying like after high school, like you know, everybody plays high school. Um, I
Not
I didn't play
everybody
college.
plays high school. Some
I
people
mean, I'm
don't make
saying
the
like
team.
if you're seeing somebody like me playing right now and being like, oh wow, you play, so that means you must have played in high school. I mean, like you know, if you're playing past 30, you definitely played in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have
Yeah.
that passion of the, you definitely were playing before that. So I was yeah, no, I was playing in high school, and I knew my high school dreams were gonna, I mean my NBA dreams were crushed by junior year. My junior year, I knew I'm not making the NBA,
Why?
especially because LeBron came out the same time as me, from high school. We're both class of '03.
Oh
So
shit.
basically, and here's a quick thing that people like they don't want to believe me on this shit, but I played against Dwayne Wade when I was in 8th grade in
Oh
Chicago.
no
Uh,
way, bro.
but he wasn't the Dwayne Wade that people know now. But you knew he was good. You knew he was gonna be something. Um, you just didn't like, you know, you didn't know he was gonna go to the NBA though, right? But he was a sophomore. I
Yeah.
was in 8th grade, and it was a tournament for 13 through 16-year olds, right? So we all, you know, made up a team of, you know, me, some high schoolers, you know, and it was the first time that my grandpa ever saw me play. And at that time, I was bragging, like I was like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm good," you know, like da 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 da. So the first time he saw me play, I got dunked on by one of the Wayne Wade's teammates. So he dunked over me, and my grandpa was like, "Hey
Oh
man, I thought you were good." I was like, "Bro, I never played
no.
against these type of people."
Oh no. Oh shit.
Yeah, I got dunked on. Um, so you know that's one of my experiences. I played against a bunch of good players that didn't make the NBA, but you know you could tell they had the talent because over there in Chicago it was full of like you know D1 type of ballers out there, man. It was
Yeah,
like the cream of the crop.
that makes sense. That growing up with Michael Jordan. Wait, so
Yeah,
how many did? So you're saying Dwayne Wade? Like, did he dog you guys?
yeah. We lost. We lost pretty bad. You know, and it was expected. I was like, oh shit, okay. And so I remember that he was having like some hype in his high school, and then all of a sudden, like you know, once he went to what was it? What was the college called? Marquette. Once he went there, then you realized you knew he was gonna go pro and shit like that. You know, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's obvious." Um, when I was in high school though, LeBron was being hyped up since his junior year.
Yeah.
When LeBron was when LeBron was being hyped up like that, that's when I knew I was like, "Yo, man, rest in peace to my dreams. I can't
Why?
compete with
You
I
can
can't compete
compete.
with
You
that."
can compete with LeBron.
Hell nah, man. Bro, like the way he was like being portrayed was like a superhuman young Hercules. That's how he was being portrayed in high school. And I remember that shit. All of my teammates were looking at each other and we were like, "Yeah, bro, we better start looking for jobs."
How? Wait. So how tall were you in high school then,
In high school, well,
or like
me
your
me and
junior
LeBron,
year?
my junior year, I'm 17.
Yeah, but how tall were you?
I stopped growing at 16, so by the time I'm 5'9". I stopped growing my sophomore year, right? Because I'm Mexican. Us Mexicans like stop growing around 16. I mean that it's not
Is that a thing?
it's not. I mean like basically like 80% of people of my own people I know that we stop growing at around a certain age, unless you're like mixed with European. If you're mixed with European, you'll be lucky. That's why he's growing like taller.
Is he,
You know
is he
he's
taller
lucky.
than you?
Yeah, he's 5'11".
Oh shit.
That's
How
that's what I'm saying.
how old
That's why
is
I like
how old is he?
he's a 16.
He's 16. What about DeRoche?
He's 18.
Oh, 16 and 18. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he that's why I like using him playing it like 2-on-2 or even 5-on-5 because he's always like, setting the right picks and he's always getting open right where I need him. Like if I'm drawing a double
Yeah.
team, he'll be wide open somewhere. He's crossing the baselines, making sure, just patrolling that area to make sure he's open. If as soon as I see him, bam, hit him with a pass. That's how he gets his points. That's why I like playing with him like that because other players aren't like that. Well, where I'm at,
So he knows his
um,
fundamentals then.
yeah, yeah. I've always taught him that. I always taught him like getting close to the basket and being tall is a leverage. Don't be out there like
Yeah.
camping. Don't be camping at the 3-point line.
Yeah. Look
You
look
know
at
what?
Wemby.
Yeah, Wemby's a special player, man. Wemby's a real special player, but he would dominate so much just being playing like Shaq, being right under the basket.
Bro, he
Like,
shoots so many threes a game.
the thing is, he's a good 3-point shooter though. That's why
He's good, yeah.
he's called it. That's what he's called an alien for a reason. We've never seen anything like him. It's like one of those things like damn, he's a creative player. In my era, we created players like that in NBA. What was it? Back then it was called NBA Live, right? NBA Live until it became NBA 2K. So we would create monstrous fucking players that were 7'5" that had the skill ability of a point guard. That's that's when we were kids. We
That
never thought that was.
that's what the new game's generating though. You see like all these taller centers, they can shoot now. Like,
Yeah, like that one kid from Oklahoma. What's his name? Chet Holmgren.
oh, he's good, yeah.
Yeah, he's good
That
too,
sounded
man.
sus,
Like,
but
yeah. And what's that other guy's name? I mean, they're gonna start drafting those type of players, 7'4". Uh,
yeah.
what do you call hybrids? Hybrids.
I get you can call them hybrids, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, like, that's what I'm seeing the game is turning into, and to me, it's kind of strange, but it's like, okay, wow, like you get used to a certain era, and then when you start seeing brand new shit coming out, like out of nowhere, it feels like you're in the middle of like the Matrix or something. Like you're like, wow, is this shit real or not?
Now I feel
you
like
know,
you've probably seen the game, completely go ape shit from when you were watching to now.
oh yeah,
Because the only
because
like players like today are like Karl Malone and John Stockton. I feel like,
yeah, man, like I used to hate them. I used to hate them because like we played them closely towards the last 2 years of Jordan's career. Um, but I remember them like I do remember that fondly. Also because I recorded. See, this is how much of a aware I was as a kid. From 11 all the way to 13, which was the last 3 years of that three-peat. I would record every game six that on cassette on VHS, just because I knew I was like seeing a piece of history. I was like, yo, this shit right here is not gonna happen ever. And I hate that I'm right that the Bulls never won again after that. But yeah, man.
One
And then like, what's up?
what? So I'm assuming you're a fan of the Bulls then? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big Bulls fan. Anything that has to do with Chicago, I'm a big fan.
Do you
It's just
follow
that,
the NBA? Like, are you heavy on it or no?
yeah, yeah.
So,
I'm always into that. I got the league pass, so I can watch my
you
games and shit.
got the league pass?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
who's your favorite player in the Bulls right now?
Right now,
Yeah.
um, his name's Ayo Dansanamu. He's a
What the
well,
fuck?
he goes by, yeah, he goes by Ayo, Ayo.
Who is
He's a
who is
he's a real he's a real good player. Like he's actually a hometown kid from Chicago, but he's been playing a role player for the past 2 years as since he was a rookie. But he's grown. He's grown.
what
He's a
is
complete player.
what position does he play? I'm just looking this up right now.
He's he'll play point guard or sometimes he'll play small forward. Depends on
Oh,
the situation.
I see him.
Yeah, he's pretty useful, man.
He comes off the bench?
Yeah, he comes off the bench, but he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I like Kobe White. Kobe White,
Kobe White,
he's
yeah. That's
he's
like the
grown.
only person I know on the Bulls.
You don't know Lonzo Ball?
Yeah, but he doesn't really play. I wish he
He,
did play.
no, he's playing now. He's back.
Playing now?
Yeah, yeah.
All I know is the Bulls are losing right now. They're down by 3.
Oh, yeah, we're playing the Hornets right now, right? Damn.
Wait, is he
So
actually back?
yeah, he's been back all year. Like, I mean,
No,
he's missed out.
okay.
Yeah, he's missed out a few games, maybe like here and there this season, but he's been back for the what was it? He was out for 2.5 years, but now he's active.
He's a really good player.
Yeah, we got Levine still. We still got Zach Levine.
I feel like Zach Levine's kind of washed up from his previous years. I'm not gonna lie.
He's been averaging 30 the past 7 games.
Shit. Wait, so
Zach,
do you watch football too?
yeah, yeah, yes sir.
You're a fan of the Bears?
Big fan of the Bears, but we fucked up. We fucked up this season. So I mean, we drafted the right quarterback. We just got to fix the O line. That's all we got to do. And
Who's
that's
the quarterback again?
Caleb Williams.
Shit, yeah, I do not
He's a
follow.
rookie.
I thought
Yeah,
the
we
Bears were
drafted.
good this year though. I don't know.
We were supposed to be good. We started off good. We started off 4-2, but then we got the curse of Washington when what's his name, the rookie quarterback threw that Hail Mary, and then we ended up losing 10 in a row after that. That devastated the
10 in
team,
a
man.
row? My
Yeah,
gosh. What the hell?
yeah, we got cursed or something. I don't know what the fuck.
Who you got winning the Super Bowl this year then?
Lions.
Lions.
Lions are great.
You don't think Mahomes is like I think he's gonna win again. I'm gonna be honest.
I made a bet for this game right here. The Chiefs are gonna play Houston, right? They're playing the Texans.
Yeah.
I made a I made a bet for 500 that the Texans are gonna win this game.
You fucking
That's my upset.
I bet on the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's my upset special. Like I think the Texans have enough to like beat the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs aren't that strong like they were 2 years ago. So
I'm
I
telling
feel like
it's me a home bro. Anytime I watch Mahomes is like a Michael Jordan to me, bro. Like I see a go in him. I swear.
I mean, I understand that. Yeah, yeah.
Like when he's so just the way
He's great. No, he's great.
he's
We
good.
could have had him. We could have had him, but we didn't pick him. Oh man, we had the number 2 pick. We could have had him that year, but hey, shit happens. You know, my team don't know how to pick sometimes.
What pick was he like?
He was in the 2017. He was pick number 10, I think.
10. I know Tom Brady was like picked 199 or something like that.
9, yeah. Yeah, nah, Mahomes was still in the first round though. Mahomes was first round, 10th pick. First round, 10th pick, and the Bears had the second pick that year. And of course, that shit will follow us for the rest of our lives, which is like we could have had Mahomes, but hey,
I'm a fan of Giants, so it's not much better. It's not much
I don't think
better.
so. So, did you see Eli win the Super Bowl, son? Or
No, no, no. I was too young for that.
oh man, you missed out on some of that shit, bro. That to me, that's recent, but I mean, yeah, I get you. Damn,
It,
they won like a.
I mean, I was alive. I feel like during that time. I was born in 2005.
Oh, okay, yeah, you were a kid, but how old were you? Like 8? Damn.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this year we lost or yeah, this year we didn't have a Saquon Barkley, and look at what the fuck he's doing. He's having an
Yeah,
MVP season.
yeah, because he has a great team now.
He
So
has a great team.
having a great team will bring out the elite player, and he's always been great. It's just that y'all never seen him play on a great team, which makes him look godlike. Like,
Well, he
holy
was good on
shit,
the Giants too.
he
It's
was
just
good. He was
now
great on the.
now he looks in, he's really good this season.
It's basically like if you have a star player in the NBA and he joins an all-star cast, right? So yeah, it's basically it right there. But in football, though, you could actually shine in your position because no one else has it. So that's a good thing about football is that if you're a running back, and you're a good running back, you're gonna shine because nobody else is trying to fight for your position. If you're a quarterback,
Yeah.
you're everybody has their own little thing. Um, I always felt like the way you could cheat your way into the NFL is being a good kicker. Like if you could work on your leg and being accurate, you could sneak into the NFL. A lot of people,
I don't think you can just sneak into there.
but I'm saying that I think that's the easiest route to go in there. Because
I don't know.
put it this way, you got to be physically gifted to even compete to go in, right? But a kicker, he looks like anybody off the street, right? Like, but as
Yeah,
long as
but
you're accurate,
they gotta have an like very good leg. Like
I feel like being a kicker, you could practice that no matter what physique you have. But if you practice that enough, you could be elite enough to sneak into the NFL. But a lot of people don't, or even a punter too. Now that I think about it, it's something that you could
I
practice. But I'm saying you
yeah.
can't practice being a linebacker and be an elite linebacker, right? You can't practice being a elite quarterback because you got to be physically gifted for all those other positions. I feel like with a kicker, you have a chance. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, right off the bat you're gonna go in. I'm just saying you have a chance. But if you're born the way you're born on other positions, then you're cooked.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Cause I feel
I'm just saying that's it. I'm,
there's
I'm
got
just
to
saying
be
like for
so
like
many other people with that mentality thinking, "Oh yeah, I'll be a kicker."
you'd be surprised. There's people with a lot of ego that will not be a kicker, and they want to be like a different position, like a manly position, I guess you could say. Like I want to be a cornerback or I want to be a running back. But if you say somebody, hey, if you work on your foot or on your leg, you could be a kicker, and they look at you sideways like, nah, fuck that, nah, I'd rather do this. I mean, there's a lot of ego for that.
There's this I don't know if you've seen this one dude on YouTube. His name's Destroying. This guy, he's kicking it. He's like making field goals from like 70 yards, and
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
he just doesn't play in the NFL. I don't know why. He definitely could. Like, there's no way he couldn't.
because they test you on pressure situations. There's certain there's certain players or certain people out there that don't perform well under pressure situations. So when they test you on that and you're not executing like I guess 85% of the time, you're out,
You're
as
cooked.
opposed to like just being there kicking,
I
you
guess.
know. I've always and then also that goes as well to I guess that goes as well as playing basketball. I think playing ball during a pressure situation, it's more nerve-wracking than football, I would think, because you're handling the ball and you got to have every single coordination going on in order to make that game-winning shot. Like you got to
I
watch out for the coming at you. Got to have like your handles on point. You know, you got to make sure that like you see everybody else on the court to make sure somebody's open or not. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into that during the clutch situation.
I feel like at that it's just muscle. Like at that point, you know, clutch situation. I feel like for some people, I guess it's just muscle memory.
It could be muscle memory. Yeah, yeah. You have to play muscle memory into a close situation, but then comes the, I guess what you could say, like the mental part, the mental aspect of it. Like you're thinking too much about it, or you're shaking a little bit. Sometimes people shake and they can't control that. You know, sometimes your breathing
That's
goes
true.
out of
That's
whack.
true. Yeah.
Like all of a sudden you start thinking about something going on, and you're like, okay, there's things at stake right now. When you think about things at stake, all of a sudden some people's like breathing starts rapidly going, boom, the heartbeat starts going, and you're just like, oh shit. You put yourself in that situation, and you're like, oh fuck, your hands start sweating a little bit. It just depends on certain people, you know.
Yeah. It does depend on certain people.
So that now imagine that going into a professional game a million times more. The effect. Let's say you're in the NBA and they tell you, hey, we want you to take the last shot, but we also want you to handle the ball and make your own shot happen,
Oh,
like Kobe would.
I mean, I can handle that shit, no problem. Come on now.
You know, um, yeah, that's basically. I'm like thinking about that right there. But see, I like those type of situations though. I like that. I like the clutch situations because I
I
always feel
mean,
like I got nothing.
everyone does, yeah.
Like I always feel like I got nothing to lose. For some people, I mean, like I said, some people like they feel like they got the whole world on their shoulders. I feel like I go into certain situations, I'm just like, man, I got nothing to lose, man. I'm going in there.
I if like getting into that situation, I feel like I'm so locked into the game, like I'm not even thinking about anything else. Seriously,
How tall are you, bro? Right now?
I'm 6'1".
God damn. Okay. Yeah. So
I don't think I'm tall enough to be in the NBA though. I mean, most of these guys are 6'4", 6'5".
no, that's a point guard. Height.
That's like Chris Paul's height.
Yeah.
I'm not, but yeah.
Yeah. Chris Paul's my favorite player right now. Well, he's been my favorite player for the past 10 years. 10 years.
That's your favorite player right now?
Well, he's been my favorite player for the past 10 years. He's like the
I mean, he
the
is.
last.
Yeah,
He
he's
like the last.
a pure point. Yeah.
Yeah. I always tell people, man, if you want to play and be successful, like just look at Chris Paul, man. Distribute that ball. If you could get 10 assists a game, you will be a starter on any team you go to. Basically,
That's a good point.
you could do
That's
10,
a good point. Yeah.
10 assists a game. That means like you're opening up. Like you're involving the team. You're opening up different opportunities for like different players. Every coach wants that. It's like ball movement, man. That's the key to the game.
It, what's your thoughts on John Morant? That's my favorite player.
And John Morant, man, like I always thought that he was going to be better than Zion.
He is better than Zion.
Yeah, yeah, but before the draft, people were on Zion's nuts.
Oh, you thought he was gonna be better like before?
Yeah, I wanted him for the Bulls. I wanted the Bulls to trade up to the number 2 pick to get him. Because I would tell people all the time, I'm like, he's gonna be the one that lasts longer, and he's gonna be the one that's kind of like Derrick Rose.
Right.
And
I seen this guy draft. Like I was just watching the draft like randomly that night. I watched highlights from this dude, and I was like, yeah, like this is my guy. So like some of the things he was doing in college.
yeah, and that same draft, that's when we drafted Kobe White. So it wasn't really a bad
draft
pick that we
yeah.
got.
That's a good draft pick.
Yeah. Zion was number 1, Ja was 2, and Kobe was 7. I can't remember who number 3 was. Maybe wasn't a good player, I guess. But yeah, that was a good draft. I still feel like Zion, he has a lot to give, but I think he just doesn't want to play in New Orleans, man. And that's the bottom line on that.
I think it's just a lack of motivation. Like I don't think anyone's gonna take him if he's not playing.
If he played for a good team, oh, he would definitely give it all, man. He'd give it his all.
But he's a good like when he does play, he's pretty good. I think he's playing now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he played against the Bulls.
The past couple
Couple,
games.
yeah,
Who
he
won
beat
that
us.
game? Oh, yeah. He
So I was like, man, we got this motherfucker. We're playing against this guy when he wanted to play. And I'm like, come on, man. He was like the first game back. But who do you go for in the NBA?
I follow the Grizzlies, to be honest. You know, because of Ja Morant, right?
You know the Grizzlies were in Canada before, right?
Yeah, Vancouver, yeah.
I was thinking maybe that was the correlation, but
No,
nah, it's just
I'm not really a Raptors fan. I mean, I wasn't I was a fan in 2019, right, with the championship.
uh-huh. You know that I thought Kawhi was gonna do the same thing over there with the Clippers. I really did think that. I
I
was like, wow.
so when he got traded, was Paul George on that team as well?
Yeah, they both
And
arrived at the same.
was James Harden too?
No,
No, he
no, he
wasn't.
was still with you. He him and Chris Paul came to the Clippers at the same time. Like they signed as a free agent.
I did,
So
I wish he stayed with the Raptors.
yeah, it would have been better for him. It would have been way better. There would have been a better legacy.
But now he's all injured now too.
Like when he won that championship, right at 2019, he was already cemented. Like he was starting to be like in goats talk. Basically like the talks were there.
Bro, if you were in Canada at that time, holy shit. Bro, I was in grade 8 and we had that
Uh,
shit going on like one of those mini TVs that we had like a VHS type of TV, a box
yeah,
that, just this the what's the word? I don't know. The aura of just the Raptors in the
yeah, I remember
playoffs.
that. Yeah, what he did was something like that's never been seen before. Like this guy was straight up went in there and like a pimp fucking beat the Raptor. I mean, what the Raptors, the Warriors, right? And just straight up like just took it, snatched it from him. Give me
I mean
that.
that what's who no, it wasn't. Clay and KD got injured though.
No, they did, and that was part of the aura. He was so strong with it that he got both of their best players
It's
injured.
part of the aura.
Like it was so good that it got these motherfuckers injured. They're like,
I th- I feel like the Bucks series was the best in that. 'Cause he dunked on Giannis too. I remember watching
oh
that.
yeah,
And the game winner.
yeah. That game winner was against Philly, and he went through a good run. That was a good run. Like that. That was a tough run.
Yeah, I mean they took it to game 7 and it almost finished
And
in OT as well.
and and then for him to just leave like that, shit, I'd be pissed too.
I don't like why would he leave? Can you tell me why he would leave after that? After doing all that?
Because would you rather live in LA or Toronto?
Oh fuck no, stop. Toronto all
No, that
day. Come on.
but for him, he's isn't he from California?
I don't know. Is he? He might be.
Yeah,
He might
so
be
a lot
honestly.
of a lot of players rather live in LA than being in Canada. Like nobody
Can,
wants to be cold.
yeah, I guess at this time of year it's pretty shitty.
Yeah, like I mean, it's no offense to the city, but it's just like players rather live in the warm weather temperature, I guess, or people in general, I guess. I mean, I don't know, but
Where
as,
where you staying at right now?
I live in Texas. I live in Brownsville,
Texas.
Texas. It's all the way to the tip of Texas. So I'm like at the border, right by Mexico.
So is it like it's warm there still? Like it's
Yeah,
warm. Damn.
right now, right now it's like 58.
I don't know what we do Celsius down here. I don't know what
Down in
58 is.
Texas, So here, let me translate this shit for you. All right, 58. Oh shit, degrees in. Okay, that would be 14.
Yeah, it's decently warm.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But like also I wanted to say I was going to say Living in LA right now would be terrible, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, it is terrible. I was just saying, like during that time when it was
Yeah.
2019, yeah, we preferred that, you know. Um, but yeah, right now nobody wants to be, too goddamn hot out there.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know if I'm a fan of LA.
Uh,
You've been to LA, I assume, right?
yeah, yeah, I was there last year.
You like it?
I like San Diego better, man.
Yeah.
I went to
You know what? San Diego does look nice from what I've seen.
San Diego is like a different vibe out there, man. It feels like I don't know. It feels like what you would picture what paradise would look like, as far as like if you died, went to heaven, and then all of a sudden like people were nice to you and shit like that, and everybody was just like welcoming. That's what it feels like over there in San Diego. L.A. You got a variety of everything, right? But at the same time, there's too many people out there, trying to gain clout, trying to be an influencer. I saw
That's
that
yeah.
shit. That the streets are filled with that. If you go to a certain area, right? You go to a certain area in
Bro,
LA.
you're gonna have 10 different people shooting TikToks, walking around on their phones.
Not even TikTok. They're all shooting like something, a music video or a fucking, a short film or all types of stuff, And then you got a different area where it's like a homeless neighborhood, kind of like it's like a whole like you see all tents and all that shit because there's a lot of homeless people in LA as well. The the cost of living there is pretty expensive.
I would imagine.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. So you see people just camp out like just out of nowhere, and there's a ton of them out there, man. That's a problem over there in California in general. It's too expensive to live out there. Um,
Shit. If you're gonna be homeless, I mean, might as well be homeless in LA where it's warm.
that's what people prefer. That's why they don't move out of there
Bro,
because at least they're at least they're right there by the Pacific Ocean. That's what they say. I've even talked to some of these people. I'm like, you don't want to live in Texas? Fuck no, I'd rather live in LA. Look at this breeze. Look at this weather. Da 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 da. And I'm just like,
bro, that would be nice living out there as a homeless.
So I mean, I guess, yeah. I was just like this. I was like, all right, bro. Well, I mean, I'll take your word for it, but I don't want to try it out. So um, also like when I went to go to Venice Beach, right there in LA, right? Venice Beach, to get a hostel right there, it costs like about 400 a night, as opposed to like the hotels over there in downtown. They're cheaper. I was
Four
flabbergasted. I was like, what?
hundred a night.
Yeah. I was like, what the? I was gonna get one too, because it was right there by the beach. But I saw that some of the nicest hotels in downtown were cheaper. They were like 150, 200 a night. I was like, what the fuck? Because it's like further from the beach.
Yeah, four
So
hundred a night's fucking baffling.
yeah, I was just like, wow. It wasn't even a nice place either. It was just like, like I said, a hostel. You get like a one room, you
Yeah,
gotta share bathroom and shit. Like
one room for. Oh my gosh.
living like a nomad and shit like that. Yeah, I was just like, all right, man. Well, I guess I'll rent a car and take and park it over there in downtown to stay over there.
Damn.
But yeah, that's how it is out there. Everything's expensive out there in LA. It's nice. Like I said, it's nice. I played ball over there in Venice Beach. They have the courts there.
Oh shit. Was it windy?
Not at that time. Not I went
No.
during I went during July 2023.
I
So
feel
it
like it
wasn't
would
that
be
windy.
windy with the beach there and shit.
No, it was actually a nice day that day. So I mean, I assumed that it'd be windy other times, but during
Yeah.
that day it was perfect. Yeah, it was perfect that day.
Was it
And
like? Go ahead.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm saying like and like everything else, you see like a whole crowd of everybody doing everything, like that's where the professor plays sometimes. Have you ever heard of that guy?
Of course. Come on.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure, man. I don't know, man. Like the age gap, man. Sometimes I'm like talk about something, and I see some kids be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Just making sure, man. Professor, same age as me. He came out at the same time as me.
Yeah, no, but everyone knows the professor. Everyone knows.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I
That,
don't know. Maybe the younger generation, younger than me. I don't know.
well, yeah. That's same park that he plays in. That's the same area that he plays in. Um, sometimes whenever he does videos,
I know
and
lots of people be out there.
yeah. So, but yeah, if you tell me what I prefer San Diego, man. You know, if you ever get a chance to go visit, do that.
I feel like
Do
San Diego would be nice. Like from what I've seen.
yeah. So I mean, but they don't have a basketball team there. It used to be the Clippers, but
San Diego Clippers?
yeah, yeah. They, before they moved to LA.
They got the Padres, I know that. I think that's the only team they have, I think.
Yeah, because they even had the Chargers in football at one point.
Wait, don't they still have them or no?
It's LA now. LA
Was
got
that
two teams.
is that recent when they changed that?
That was like 3 years ago, 3 or 4.
Okay, yeah, that's more recent then. What the
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That's when
weird.
they. That's when the Ram. That's when the Rams moved back to LA too. So it was like the what was it? SoFi Stadium opened up, and that's when they brought back the Rams, and then they brought also the Chargers along.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, man, that was pretty recent.
I want I want to switch it up. I want to talk about, your music because also for one, I wanted to sit here and I wanted to give you straight credit for fucking what's fuck. Why am I'm freezing up. I was listening to the song. What's it called? The one with Mexican OT, that one?
God's favorite. Yeah, yeah.
Fuck, I literally had that in my head. God's favorite. I want to sit here and give you credit for that because I feel like you and DeRoach's verses were fucking like they're actually good. And like
I'm appreciative.
actually going I wouldn't, you're obviously rapping with Mexican OT, but like going up against like verse for verse, I mean, you guys held your own, bro.
I appreciate
And
that, man.
yeah, I just want to give you credit for that.
I feel like what I write is more for people after 18. Like basically, like you got to be a little bit mature to like understand what I'm writing. You know.
Yeah.
So when certain like like a lot of my following on TikTok is younger kids, right? So these kids are into music
Yeah.
for their age, right? Like they're
Yeah.
they're they're into like their age, and I understand that. At first I didn't get it, but now I kind of do because Roach was into rappers that was according to his age during like when he was younger,
Yeah.
but now more into mature lyricism, right? More into mature rappers that actually
Yeah, that
talk about something.
I can
So
even relate to that too. Like I was just going for, whatever sounds crazy to me or whatever. Like now I've, kind of settled down, listened to the lyrics a little bit more.
So that's why like when people like certain people tell me shit or they start hating on whatever I do, it's just like I don't really take them serious because I'm like, all right, like I got to see first of all what age they're coming from, and number two, like what region are they coming from, what they listen to, and the algorithm, like they don't put me according to like the type of audience that my music's supposed to be. They
Yeah.
just go, well, it's a free for all to whoever like just taps the like button or comments or engages in some kind of form, right? So
Yeah.
they they always say you can't pick your audience. Your audience just comes to you like out of nowhere, and that's what the algorithm did for us.
I
Um,
honestly like I really do like that song. And I think I'm gonna sit here and say this, no disrespect to, you were Mexican OT, but I think DeRoach with that he had what do you call that, the chorus or whatever? He's like, I'm
yeah, the
God's
course,
favorite. Bro,
the course, yeah,
I'm not even that shit that's catchy. Like
yeah, yeah.
that
I was
that
supposed
was
to,
stuck in my head, dude.
yeah, I wrote that for myself at first, but then I told him to say it, and he sounded better on it. I was like, all right, nah, like I want you to say it because it makes the record better, you know. Um,
Yeah,
the way I wrote the chorus was in the same format of how 50 Cent writes his hooks, basically. So if it was catchy to you, and it makes like it kind of has that rhythm of what 50 would do. That's how I wrote the chorus, like as if 50 would have wrote it.
that
You know?
that's pretty cool. Um I wanted to ask how long did that like you know, gosh, what am I saying? How long did that take to like produce or like make
Well,
that
I
track?
had yeah, I had already like the beat in mind because I had like heard a 1950s Italian song, right? I heard it somewhere like on YouTube, and I was like, oh wow, the first 3 seconds I could sample that. So I took those first 3 seconds. I had this other producer. He did the drums, right? He did the drums, and when I did the beat switch for like Roach's part, which is his verse, not the chorus, but his verse, where it switches up to kind of like a drillish kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was watching a Netflix show called Florida Man. On the last episode, when it ended, the season ended, there was a song that went like ooh,
I was
ooh,
tapped in.
ooh, ooh. So I Shazammed it. I was like, okay, let me see where what this is. I got the song's name, and then I got that little sample that I wanted, right? And boom, put it all together. And the thing is, I wanted the beat switch to like go to Roach's part because his voice seemed more fitting for that than anything else.
Yeah. I agree.
So yeah, like, and that's what, and the whole thing is, I wanted. I, I'm a big fan. I come from an era of boom bap, right? So East Coast production. You know, I'm a big fan of sampling. I'm a big fan of what Kanye does and how he
Yes, I
produces.
bro. I've been what's it called? I've been watching shit about Kanye. It's like some of the shit that he was doing, the stuff that he produces. Holy, he's yeah,
I grew up, I was going through high school when he was actually coming up and becoming a household producer, right? So basically, College Dropout was around my era when I was already graduating. Him producing for Jay-Z and everybody else, like he was producing for.
yeah,
I love the sound that he was doing and how he was producing. So that was kind of an influence throughout my life. Like now, like now he produces like differently, but it's still catchy. It's still him. He's evolved.
I don't know. I don't know about his tracks now.
He's evolved, but when he wants to go back to the basics and do what he does, like he pulls it out once in a while, you know. Um,
Yeah,
so yeah, that's one of the influences when it comes to like producing. I started getting into producing like maybe like a few years back, and I feel like when I produce something, when I co-produce, because I have another producer with me that that he helps me out, but I
yeah,
have the ideas on where to get the samples, on how I want to chop it up, what kind of sounds I want to put in, what kind of effects, you know. When I feel like when I do that, I feel like some of my best songs come out. You know, I feel like because I'm orchestrating what I pictured in my head, right?
yeah.
So when somebody else sends me
Yeah,
a
that makes
beat,
sense.
when somebody else sends me a beat and says like, "Yo, Z Styles, I got a beat for you," it's like I'm trying to adopt, a child, right? I'm trying to adopt a child that's not part of the family, and I'm trying to see where he fits in, as opposed to me making it and it come out of love.
No, that makes total sense. Honestly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, like because I always have a vision for something. I always felt that because like I come from an era from like storytelling, right? So I always feel like if you could tell stories in your lyrics, I think your songs will last longer because they're kind of like movies as opposed to just rhyming about whatever and people forget about your song. You didn't add no value to it,
Damn,
you know?
that's fucking real as shit. Like,
That's how.
oh my god, like that actually just like strikes something in my head.
Yeah, because whenever you say this thing is a sound, this song is the soundtrack to my life, or this album is the soundtrack to my life, it's because there's a lot of value into it. It
Yeah,
spoke to you. You run it back, and you're like, yo, this thing doesn't get old because it's still relevant to my life, you know.
I don't know why
And
that just clicked in my head.
and that's why J Cole has had a long career because he's been the soundtrack of a lot of young kids' life. Like he's been a lot of young kids that grew up with him are now adults, but yet J Cole has evolved, into his adulthood and making more mature music where it appeals to people around his age, but
Yeah,
still, so that's why, like, he's able to last longer. And I've always felt like, even though Lil Wayne is a skilled rhymer, he doesn't have that many songs that you go back to and be like, yeah, man, he was talking about this and he was talking about that. A lot of it is just that he was just freestyling with skill. He was showing you skills, but he has no wins or championships.
That's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
that's true as well. I don't. He
You
has a
know,
he
that's
has
why
a couple song. Actually, I don't know. I feel like most of his bigger songs are like club bangers type shit like that.
a lot of his songs are just like, freestyles in the moment, just to like wow you with punchlines and everything like that.
Yeah,
But, but punchlines they do get old, man, and they do have an expiration date, as opposed to something that talks to you about a certain situation or a certain experience that people could relate to for years. You got to be careful being a punchline rapper because you'll have an expiration date, and when the future generations hear your shit, it seems corny to them in the future than it was during the moment. So
that yeah, cause you see some of these rappers. I don't know. Like Lil TJ.
yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah, he's. I don't know if you've been seeing this, but like he's been falling off, right? And I feel
yeah,
like
yeah,
most of his songs just come from him trying to rap some shit that sounds hard, but it hasn't aged well at all. I mean, I haven't listened to that dude since like 2020, time like that. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, Lil TJ. Who else? I feel like Polo G. He's fell off a little bit too.
uh
Um,
yeah, Polish G's.
I feel like a lot of rappers that came out in 2020 have like started falling off and shit. Because like I said,
I
a
don't
lot of them.
I don't know. I do you like are you a fan of Yeet? I don't know.
Nah, nah.
No, okay.
I
I
listen to
cuz
them.
I no, bro. I don't get the hype with it, to be honest.
But see, that's the thing. I feel like he appeals to younger
Yeah.
kids who are gonna grow out of it. Like a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these rappers, that do immature music is for the kids, man. The kids are like, into the weird stuff. Once you're a grown adult, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear like stuff that's relevant to your life. You want to know because when you're an adult, you go through struggles. You're gonna go through struggles if you're not already, and you want to relate to that. Because it's a hard knock life. It really is. Like, you're growing up, nothing's easy.
Yeah.
So when you have when you have like goofy like rappers out there just talking about stupid shit like or nothing at all, you're just gonna let it go and be like, you know what, I'm past that. Fuck that. Boom, whatever. And you're gonna resonate towards something that's more relatable. You're gonna go, I guess, like to yeah, more mature rappers.
That's Wait, so I wanted to ask, so who's like your top 3 artists, like music artists?
For me, my top three rappers of all time,
Yeah.
it hasn't changed as a kid. It's always been, to me, the standard has always been Biggie, Nas. Uh, I've had Jay Z at number four, and Pac is number Pac would be number three. But yeah, the stand that's like basically my Mount Rushmore for me is
Okay, okay.
Biggie, Nas, Pac, and Jay Z. Um, th- I don't think there'll ever be anybody like Nas or Biggie though, man. Biggie was a once in a lifetime talent, bro. Like a supernova talent, I guess you could call it that.
That
He had
Ready
everything.
to Die album. That
Yeah, that album. The thing about that is that album wasn't even like his best effort because he was getting better towards life after death. You could hear the difference was like night and day almost. Like he was getting better, and the way he was putting shit together was just mind blowing. If you if you go ahead and read along to the lyrics of Biggie's Life After Death album, you're gonna get mind boggled at how a lot of those words he put together, like a lot of these stories he put together. You're just gonna be like, damn, but Ready to Die is a classic. Don't get me wrong,
yeah.
but he's one of the few that you saw greatness, and he took it to a fucking different level on the next album to the point where you're just like, damn, what the hell? And that's how I felt with him.
Yeah.
And like I've and I always tell people this, man, like in order like to know the difference between Biggie and Pac, like just go ahead and read Biggie's lyrics from from point A to point B, from the first album to the second album, and then you're gonna understand. You're gonna be like, oh shit, okay. And then just the way he would say things, the way he would flow with the melodic part of his voice, basically how he would just have that rhythm in there. I mean, he had it all put together. It was unfair. He was like basically LeBron.
Yeah, because I haven't, I obviously didn't grow up then, but from what I've heard from like that Ready to Die, for me that album was like one of my favorites at the time. Like when first started listening to it, I was like, how is this dude so good? He doesn't miss on any song.
Nah, I won't argue with that on that. If you think that's his best album, I'm not gonna argue with that because they're both top tiers,
I
man.
feel like I haven't gave the other one like an actual good listening.
The other one like is like a well put movie, like a well put score. Like the production is on a different level. Like it feels like that album hasn't aged yet. Some songs you might think it probably did age, but I feel like Ready to Die has production that like it's for its time, right? Because it came out in '94, so
Yeah.
you could hear it. It's for its time. Life After Death feels like it could come out now, change up a little bit, to make it more modern, but it could come out today if you hear it. You
What?
know,
Yeah.
just take a listen to it. Like I'm not saying completely today, but if you
Obviously, yeah.
change some of the production, if you change the kinks here and there, like a little bit of the kicks and the drums, it could still be a sound that comes out today because that sound is being popular anyway today's world, today's commercialism.
I was gonna ask, what's your thoughts on the Kendrick Drake beef?
I feel like I think you know what, man, they didn't give Drake a fair shot at it, man. Drake was going he was like actually cruising by with him. He was like neck and neck with him until like Kendrick did something that a lot of TikTok people do on the internet, which is start a rumor and everybody jumps on top of that,
Yeah.
you know? So if you're gonna accuse somebody of being a pedophile,
Oh shit.
you
Yeah.
better have you better have some fucking receipts, bro, because like people don't just throw that shit lightly like that, you know? Like if
Yeah,
somebody
it's fucked up, bro. Like seriously, in my
if
opinion.
if back then you would call somebody a pedophile, you better had already had like living proof of that shit, or else you're gonna get your ass kicked or even like killed, like for even like mentioning that. You know, I felt if I was in Drake's shoes, I mean Drake's, like if I was in Drake's shoes, I would have already gone and like thrown a couple shots at that midget, bro, for like
I
for even mentioning that shit, bro. You know,
that cause that kind of. But you seem like he's suing Kendrick Lamar now for defamation or
yeah,
whatever. What it was?
don't yeah, don't sue him because it's gonna be a bad look and you're gonna still feed into the fire.
Yeah, it's
But
kind
I
of
feel
it is
like
a bad look. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like throwing that out like that kind of like ruined everything because it's like you don't play around with that, man. You do not play around with that. Unless it got proof. If Drake was really a pedophile, they would have locked him up a long time ago.
Bro, they're trying to like push extra shit. Like I don't know if you've seen the thing like he was texting Millie Bobby Brown about something. Have you seen that?
Yeah, yeah.
They're trying to push that and like try and say, oh, whatever, bro. I just think it's stupid, and
And then
that's what they
I
do
feel
at a certain level. They try and dig up certain shit that it's just not true, and they try and project it as something that it isn't.
but yeah, like I felt like, they were neck and neck when, he dropped Family Matters. I feel like that was a catchy ass song too.
It was, yeah.
And then not I like not like us, I like that song. It's cool. Whatever. But then it got to a point where everybody was just like on Kendrick's side. They didn't even give a chance for Drake to come back and rebuttal, and it was already over before he could even come out with another diss track.
Did you? I don't know. Did you hear Meet the Grams where he's talking? He said Drake has like a daughter.
Yeah, and
That
then there he goes. If
that
we're gonna play
track.
the if we're gonna play the make believe game, right? Then
Just throwing bullshit.
if I was Drake, I would have like done some bigger make believe shit too. Then if we were gonna go through that route, I'm like, oh, okay, we're gonna play that game. Then fuck it.
I don't know what could be worse than calling Drake a pedo. Like
Yeah,
what?
man. Like,
I don't know what can be worse than that.
yeah, because like at the same like I said at the same time, like you're throwing out some allegations that aren't true, and then like now you have the public trolling him with that bullshit because now it's a cool thing to say to somebody, right? So now everybody's looking for that viral moment where like they want to call someone a pedo, and then all of a sudden like have everybody on their side to gang up on that person. Not just Drake, but like they do this shit on the internet too, man. And that shit ain't even funny, bro. Like that now people are just throwing that word out like nothing.
It's getting bad.
Yeah, it's gotten bad to that. So I don't know. The beef started off good, and then all of a sudden it just ended up like it ended weird. It was like, what the fuck, bro?
It kind of ended like just I don't know. It kind of just died off. Like the flame just died out. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
what
man.
happened with that. I feel
But
like
yeah,
and I feel like there's kind of a couple jabs in Kendrick's new album actually. Like nothing too big.
yeah, man. But like I said, like all Drake got to do is just come back with some good music, and he should be good. There's a lot of people that want to front and say things like, "Oh, I never liked Drake" or "Drake this and that" because it's the cool thing to say now. But trust me, bro. Like, y'all motherfuckers, a lot of motherfuckers can't deny his run. You can't deny his run. You can't deny what he's done. You know, all the hits that he made, all the fucking good music that he made.
Yeah.
Like, people can't front on that shit, bro. Like, 20 years from now, people are gonna remember Drake the same way they remember like some of the biggest rock stars. And Kendrick Lamar he's just gonna be like a footnote and be like, all right, he was cool, he was whatever, but hey, that Drake guy, man, he took over. He had a run, didn't he?
Wait, so I want can you rank can you rank the big three of this generation? J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Drake. How where would you rank them?
Uh, I would put oh man, so you got to rank these like skill wise or the impact they had. See, there's two differences of that. If you want to rank it skill wise, you got to go with J Cole at number one, and then Drake at two, and then Kendrick. But I've always felt that Kendrick, he's always been an average lyricist to me, man. He
Really?
doesn't, he,
Really? Lots of
yeah, I
people
feel like,
say he's like up there, like one
and,
of the best.
and the reason being, well, check this out. On GNX, right? On the album GNX,
Yeah.
was there anything, was there anything mind blowing he said that made you go like, damn, man,
I
that
mean,
motherfucker had an it factor?
that album was pretty shitty. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, all right. Now J Cole, how many times has he like made you say, wow, okay, how do you come up with that? Oh shit, okay,
I mean,
you know,
damn near every track he makes,
okay.
it's kind of
Now how many times have you like listened to Drake and be like, "Yo, man, I feel the same way this guy does," and then sometimes he'll come up with some of this other stuff, and you're like, "Damn, Drake, how'd you come up with that?" Like, oh shit, Drake is more of a lyricist than people give him credit for, and you know what? That shit got to stop. That people got to front on him like that. Just because in hip hop, if you're good looking, people are gonna give you a hard time or to take you serious, right? They're gonna give you a hard
yeah.
time taking you serious. When you're an ugly looking motherfucker, anything you say, they're gonna be like, "Oh wow, bro, he's a lyricist. Oh my god." But it's always the ugly fucks that don't have a hard time in hip hop. But if you're a good looking guy, like all of a sudden it's like, "Nah, bro, you're soft. You're soft." Like it's one of the things I noticed. Like when it comes to rapping, you got to be that ugly fuck to be taken serious. Once you start getting a little pretty, oh yeah, bro, yeah, nah, fuck that. The girls like him. Fuck him. Nah, he's soft. But really, really, put Drake on a put Drake on an ugly body, right? Put him on Conway the Machine's fucking face. Same lyrics. And this is where AI comes in handy. Have all of Drake's lyrics come out of Conway's flow. And I bet you're gonna be like, damn, that sounds great. Who wrote that? That was Drake.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have that shit happen, bro. Like Drake is more of a lyricist than people give him credit for. I would say damn near like he could take on a lot of people, a lot of artists out there. It's just like sometimes he doesn't get that fair chance, man. You know, J Cole, he what do you call that shit? He threw in a butterfly effect for not going into this battle, like him like getting out of it.
What do you
Just
think?
like,
What do you think about that? Him not going in with them.
and J Cole would have gave him a he would have gave Kendrick a run or damn near like just crushed him. He would have damn near crushed him.
I
People would have taken people would have taken Cole more serious than Kendrick if he would have gone into the battle.
J Cole, like I feel like he would have won in my opinion. I mean, I'll just say this: J Cole's my favorite rapper of all time.
Uh huh.
He just some of the like his flows, his lyrics, like he's different, bro.
Oh yeah, he is. He's one of the elite. Like if you put him back in the '90s, he would have been a top rapper of all time. He would have fit in. He would have fit right in. Um, what's it called? Kendrick would have just been an average rapper in the '90s. Like he would have been just somebody like yeah, like especially coming out of LA, he would have just been seen like as a West Coast rapper with average lyrics. Like at that time, in the
Yeah,
'90s. But
you don't think Kendrick Lamar has good lyrics? Come on, bro.
I'm calling him average, meaning like because his words don't impact the same way certain other rappers do.
I'll
You
say
know,
most of his songs like aren't very relatable.
but I'll give him credit for Good Kid, Mad City. That's a great
Yeah,
album.
that
That's a classic.
yeah, I was gonna mention that. That's a really good album. That
That's a classic album.
like it's got an
Uh,
amazing story to it.
the thing is, he knows how to compose. He knows how to compose songs with great storytelling. He has good storytelling ability. He does. But if you put him in a cipher, right? Who you think's gonna come out winning? I mean, like as the best verse, like from 1 through 4, him, right? Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake, and Lil Wayne. What do you think Kendrick's gonna rank?
I'm gonna be. I think it would go J Cole. Then
Mhm.
I think Kendrick Lamar to be too.
You think it'd be 2 out of Wayne?
See,
I'm talking.
this is
So,
one this is one thing I I despise Lil Wayne. Like I cannot listen to his music.
yeah, but I'm saying like in the freestyle, like basically, like I'm just saying straight bars going into a cipher. That basically they're rapping like what is that song called? Forever. That was a cipher song, right?
Yeah.
But okay, that's what you call a cipher, right? Just
Okay.
pure bars. The song isn't about anything. You're just showing your skills. Basically, you're having a shootout, right? Um, so in that type of stuff, or like problems. I love bad bitches. That's my fucking. That's another cipher, right? They were just like spitting shit. Um, so you got J. Cole, Drake, Lil Wayne, and Kendrick.
I think
1 through 4.
fuck cuz that's hard cuz if we're talking about songs like that, I mean, I think Drake would be number 1 then.
Okay.
And then I would probably go Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And then it's hard, man. I I'm just going to put J Cole third and then Kendrick last.
Okay. So basically, he's not the first rapper that's going to catch your attention out of nowhere, right? Because the best rappers in the world will catch your attention right off the bat. They're going to be like, "Who's that? Oh my god, who was that?" You
Yeah.
know, we're gonna separate the songs from the skills, right? The ones, the best rappers always like you could always listen to them a cappella wise, meaning like without a beat, you have no problem listening to them. Like you'll
I
be like, "Oh,
I cannot listen to a Drake song without a beat, I don't think.
you don't think so?"
I don't think so.
If you told him straight up like, "Hey Drake, rap to me, man, impress me with your lyrics," You wouldn't be able.
Never mind. That's a lock. No, good.
The last person you want to hear is Kendrick Lamar with a weird voice but
No,
no
it's
beat.
Lil Wayne has a weirder voice. I can't with Lil Wayne. I don't understand the hype with it.
I get it. I get it.
He
And when it
has
comes to
some good
Wayne,
songs, but oh my gosh, like even
so have,
a Millie.
so have you heard of Corday?
Oh yeah, I like Corday.
I think Corday, yeah, he's one of the best of the new generation.
I would say that too. I actually really like Corday.
Yeah, Corday is one of those rappers that I'm just like, damn, man, where did he come from? Like
He
he got hope.
he has some good tracks. He actually, I will get. He had a good track with Lil Wayne. That
Yeah,
came
he
out
did.
recently.
Yeah, yeah. Saturday morning.
That one was
What?
that one was good.
Yeah, man, he's a dope. He's a real dope rapper. I like him. I listen to him a lot, and I like Jordan Lucas too.
Oh, I don't really listen to him that much.
But I get it
Who?
though, man. I get it. Some people like
It's not, in
know
my opinion, there's not really too much good rappers right now, like in the new generation.
yeah, you got to dig deep. You gotta dig deep for these guys, man.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right though, man. Hopefully that changes soon because I feel like uh I feel like lyrics are gonna come back. I feel like lyricism is gonna come back. Whether it be this year or next year, but
I don't
it's
know.
coming.
Lots of the songs right now are just those like yeet type of beats. That's what I'm finding.
Yeah, man. But the thing about nowadays is that anybody there's not it's not like radio used to rule the world and shit. Now everybody got their own niche. Like you go into anybody and discover anybody else, and nobody will
Yeah.
hear of that but person. So like, yeah, man, it's like a rabbit. It's a giant rabbit hole out here.
So, can I ask, what artist like got you into music or inspired
uh,
you to start?
my top three, the same ones, the ones I
Oh,
started off growing.
okay. Those three.
Yeah, because yeah, I stayed loyal to those rappers because it's like you grow up with them,
Yeah.
but at the same
Okay.
it was mature. It was mature music from the start, though. That's the thing. That's why they age well for us, because back then when they were kids they were kids in their 20s basically. Biggie, Nas, you know, Method Man, all those guys were in their early 20s, maybe even 19. But they were doing mature music at that time because they grew up quicker. They came from a generation where they grew up quick, right? So everything like their mind developed to adulthood by the time they was like by the time they were 17 and all that. So
Yeah.
a lot of it was music that we were listening to. And then so when we grew up, our generation grew up, it was like, it was right on time where like, it still resonated with us as we kept growing, aging towards our 20s, early 30s and all that shit. So it was like they were never played out to us. It was more like, oh shit, like this thing aged well.
Yeah.
As opposed to some rappers now that you got in their late 20s, maybe early 30s, and they're still rapping about stupid shit. Like what's his name? Five EO foreign. That guy's like in his 30s. 5EO is like, yeah, you would think he was like a younger rapper, but he's older.
I thought he was younger, but I seen a TikTok and they're all spamming. They're like bros pushing 30, all that kind of stuff.
And then you got who else you got? Yeah, I think Lil Durk is in his late 20s, right?
Jeez, Lil Durk.
Maybe early 30. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't want to push it that. But whatever he is,
Just
like,
gotta give him extra age.
but like I could just tell, like a lot of them didn't develop past being what 18 or 19. So a lot of them, like they never evolved and shit. So that's what happens with these rappers of today.
Well, it's not. It's because they make a hit. They make a hit song that's like whatever the stupid lyrics, and it's just like they don't try and evolve their music to different type of shit. and I don't know
Yeah.
why. I mean, you got the platform to do it. You're just. I feel like it's more like people, rappers now don't look to put the intense work in that the actual higher level rappers do,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
my opinion.
But I
Cause you
mean,
you can go in the you can go in the studio like these guys go in the studio make a song in what a couple minutes, 30 minutes.
yeah,
That's
man,
just my
and
thoughts.
and it shows too. If they go into the studio and like they made a song within 30 minutes, it shows. It
I don't.
kind of
I don't
so
know.
it's kind of like
Sometimes.
yeah, we could tell it was 30 minutes, man.
I mean, you just get
You know,
like, cause people just get like someone to produce the songs for them, and then they just hop on it, say some stupid shit, and they're done with it.
yeah, and that's not the way to do it. Like I said earlier, like if you don't provide any value, it's not gonna age well. As opposed to if you took your time with it, all of
Yeah.
a sudden it's like, shit, we got something productive here. So
Ha-
yeah, man,
How long do you take to make your songs?
shit, I might take a day or two. Sometimes, sometimes if I'm like really in the zone, I could take 3 hours, and then
Yeah.
like and I'm talking about the writing part. I'm just like writing and shit. But I'll take like 3 hours, minimum, and then after that, maybe the next day I'll go into the studio and then go ahead and record that. Like when I did God's Favorite, I knew it was gonna be a big collab, so I took like about 3 days
See,
just to like
that's
rewrite,
to me
right?
for you writing that it's so impressive, in my opinion. Because
You know,
you're collabing with someone like that, you got to show out. In my
yeah, because
opinion, you did.
I told myself it's gonna be a lot of people's first time hearing me,
Yeah.
so I gotta make one of the best representations of me to like to showcase out there. Um, because I do have other songs that I feel like that lyrically I probably came out better, but like I said, this was like a new song at the time. So I said, when I'm writing, I'm like, all right, I got to make something. But I already had, you know what? But I already had the topic in my head already because I had talked about it with my wife the other like that other day, and I was like, I've survived so many things. It's sometimes the bad guy always survives, and it's like, why does that happen? Like sometimes like some things are unexplainable. I'm like, man, God gotta have a favorite, and that's where I came up with the song. Like, oh shit, God gotta have a favorite. So maybe I should do something about what had happened during my life that I felt so lucky and I couldn't explain it. I'll make something about that. And that's where like, I got the topic for it. Um so
Yeah.
and I thought to myself, okay, how do I want to approach it now? Do I want to go in there like Big L and do like super multi-syllable shit and have it fly over people's head? Or do I want to do it like Fabulous where he's just straight up with it, but kind of like it's self-explanatory to the point where like you could even like rap it along with me. So that was like a decision I had to make with that. You
Yeah.
know, like if it was self-explanatory and it had like the story in it, I felt like it could be more memorable as opposed to me just going in there and being like you know miracle, lyrical, spiritual, lyrical, blah, 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 like if I went like that, maybe they would have just like went past my verse and never not remember it.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
true.
so I decided to go on that route, and it to me like I feel like every time I perform it, like I feel like inspired and like to do it.
So
So
what's your favorite track you've made?
what if?
What if? I don't know if I've
And
heard that one, man.
oh man, whenever you get a chance, hear it. Hands down. It's about you know
I feel
life getting in.
I've seen you talk about it before. I feel like on your TikTok.
Yeah, because like what's it called? That song is about like some of the best people in the world. And I related it to basketball.
Oh,
Like
okay,
some of
yeah,
the
this song. Okay, I've seen.
yeah D1 players, like they have the opportunity, but then life gets in the way either with injury or some shit happens where like they just miss out on that opportunity to go pro or do what they were destined to do.
Yeah,
So yeah, like what's it called? I talk about it more deeply in the second verse. In the first verse, I'm just talking about, the blessings that life provides instead of like wanting more. But in the second verse, I talk about it more where it's like, it goes deep into that shit. So yeah, yeah. I love that song. I don't know what I was on at that time, but shit, I need to get that back.
Like I've listened to Broken Code too. That one's not bad.
Oh, I like that one too. I love actually I'm gonna shoot a video to that tomorrow.
Oh, I seen. Oh fuck! You know what I seen? I seen that. I seen you were talking about that, but I also seen this. You're gonna be in a movie?
Yeah.
What the
Apparently
fuck?
apparently like there's a there was a mom who has an actor's son that was in the video for God's favorite, and I didn't even know at that time. But she liked the way that I guess like we treated her. That her son is making a movie, right?
Wait,
Like
wait,
he's
hold
like,
up. What do you mean? How'd you treat her?
oh, I'm saying the
Oh,
hospitality,
oh, okay,
like
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
like, welcoming. So basically, but yeah, but so basically he I mean her son is producing a movie. They want to use God's favorite in there, and in order to like also be in good graces with us, she just said, "Hey, I'll give you like a small role in the movie." They didn't have to. I mean, I have no acting experience like that, right? Except for what I do on social media and shit. But I was like, yeah, that's cool. Shit, why not? Fuck it.
That's
Like,
fucking fire, bro.
and I said, like, is it gonna come out on streaming platforms and shit? Like, what kind of streaming? Like, yeah, it's gonna come out on Amazon Prime, probably Paramount. I think she said something about Hulu. So
Bro,
I'll,
I
I'll,
gotta see that clip of you in the movie, bro.
yeah. But the thing that mattered to me the most is like that the song's gonna be in this in the movie. That to me, that's
That's big.
royalty
That's
money.
big. Yeah.
So I didn't really even like care if I was gonna be in the movie, but since she mentioned it and said like, yeah, get a small part, you're gonna get a small part. I was like, all right, cool, shit, why not?
Yeah, and
Like, hell,
DeRoche is gonna be in it too. I seen.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was like, hey, bro, say less, fuck it. I'll do my best, whatever I got to do. If I got to play a dead guy, I'll play the best dead guy.
I I want to, you got to tell DeRoche, man. I said, mad respect. Like he actually has talent. I feel like in the rap game too.
Yeah, he's still developing. He's
He is, yeah.
like I wrote his first album, which is first round draft pick.
But I feel like
That one,
he's got some good shit. Like
yeah, I wrote that when he was 13. He did that album when he was 13. But now
13. Oh my
lately,
god.
yeah, that's when he went to puberty, and that's where I was like, oh shit, I gotta put you in the booth. Um, and then like from there, it worked out for him. He liked it a lot. Like now he's writing his music, right? But before if you listen to his first album, like I wrote all of that, and I made sure to write mature topics because I didn't want him to grow up and be like, oh, that was a corny album, it was all Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
shit. Like I put the real shit in there, man.
That's yeah. He's got some talent, man. I do like that. And you
Yeah,
is from his voice, like that's. I think the voice is the biggest selling piece there with the fucking deep, bro. This guy's voice is deep as shit.
that's a big piece. People would kill for that. People would kill for a delivery like that.
Yeah.
All you do is just like polish it more. Like get it right, and watch out. I feel like I really do feel like he has one of those voices where like he can do whatever he wants, man. He just gotta like learn how to control it.
Yeah. Wait, so what age were you when you started rapping?
I was 14, around going in 15, but I didn't get into a studio until like I was like what 18 or 19 because we didn't studios weren't like frequent like they are now, like it was like a rare thing to have, or it was a rare thing to go into because not many people had that.
Yeah.
So I didn't really start getting into a studio like until like I was like 18 or 19. And I was just like, I had to work for like the way I developed my skill. Like I didn't have a natural voice like Roach did. And like I didn't have a natural flow like some of these artists did. Like I had to like fucking work for that.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. Um, I had I had a couple questions about this, so I wanted to ask, what the hell is I don't. There's one story I was scrolling through your TikTok. You said you got
Yeah.
Hawk Tua in the fucking studio with your boy.
No, the producer. Well, he was there, but he had a girl with him. I had a girl with me too. So he was the girl came with me, right? Because we were supposed to go out to go eat. And then so I was recording the song or like my verse in the booth, and I had her in the booth with me, right? I'm like, oh yeah, so you can check out how I record, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, I was like, hey, I'm done with this. Yo. And then like you can see him like he's being like, he's fucking the girl right there on the couch. And then so she looks at it. I tell the girl, I'm like, yo, man, they're fucking, and like, oh yeah, well check this out. So she starts giving me head, right? In the booth. And then that guy kind of like yelling to the mic, yo, bro, can I re-record that again? And he's not hearing me, but it's still recording. So you're hearing like some of the sounds of her sucking my dick on there. All right. So he
I
kept
can't
it.
believe that shit, bro.
So he kept those sounds afterwards, it kept recording. It's like, Pro Tools. So it's going, it's going, it's going. And then so we both finished, like he finished, I finished, whatever the fuck. And I'm telling him, yo, man, I'll be right. Like, I'll come back tomorrow, whatever, whatever. I come back the next day and he tells me, hey, dude, man, she was sucking that shit right. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, I have like the sounds here. Like I kept the mic on. And I was like, oh shit, you recorded her sucking dick? And she's like, yeah. And you can hear it in the background, right? And he's like, I thought it was hot if I put that on the song. So he put some of them, like some of the average on
Bro,
it.
what the fuck? There's no
And
way this is still in your song.
yeah, like just there's like two ad libs of her just sucking and like moaning. It wasn't during the whole verse, but it was just like right there. You could hear some of it if you play close attention.
God, bro, there's no fucking way. I
And I like, and I was like this. I was just like, damn, like I didn't realize it because I was just go. Chicks like competing with each other, man. You gotta realize if there's some chick like fucking somebody on maybe next door or right in front of you, they're gonna want to do the same thing. Like 9 times out of 10, they will.
you know what?
Chicks love competing, man. I don't know what the
That
fuck.
that story is fucking, bro. When I heard that, I was like, bro, there's no fucking way, dude.
Bro.
I kind of believe it a little bit more now. I'm not gonna lie. It does
Yeah,
make
man. Like,
sense.
and I got a ton of stories that I still haven't told, and I hope I hope Donald Trump fixes this TikTok scenario shit because I'm telling you, man,
Fuck.
I'm just waiting for the weather to get a little bit more warmer so I can get into the pool. Cause that's how like my shit caught on because I kept coming out of the pool.
Bro, the
It is
first thing I saw from you, you jump out the pool and you say you got hot tua from a torta. I don't even know what a torta is. Like, what the fuck is that?
that's what they call like a beat up fat chick, or like a fat chick, because like in
I
the
thought
Mexican
that shit
culture,
was so funny, bro.
a torta is like a kind of like a fat sandwich almost, right? It's kind of flat, but so yeah, that torta story, like those kids that bothered me when I woke up, right? I don't know if you heard that part of the story. Like I woke up at her crib and the kids were like, "Eh," and I'm just like, what the fuck, man? And those kids were around 5, 4, and 6. Well, now they're like 8, 18, 19. Those kids are grown now, man. I have her on Snapchat and I
Oh my
saw her kids.
gosh,
And I'm like,
bro.
oh shit,
Bro,
those are
see,
like the little.
bro, have you ever had like a girl like text you after that, like after you make one of these videos and you're like, yo, you talking about me?
Yeah, yeah. And I told it, and I said,
Bro,
I'm not going to talk about you because I still talk to you. And she's like, well, I wouldn't mind if you told the story, just don't say my name. So they still want me to tell a story.
Bro, they want you to tell the story, man.
They want me to tell a story. There's a and there also happens to be one of Roach's friends. Like I fuck with her with his aunt. You know, his aunt is they're related. So what's it called? And she's married. So we fucked around while she's married. So
I think I seen that song. You were talking about that in your song, weren't you?
nah, I didn't talk about that.
No, it was in your recent TikTok. You said,
Oh, no, no, that's something different. I fucked around with a lot of married chicks.
and,
Um,
and then and then she started kissing the dude after.
but yeah, that's somebody else, man. But nah, Roach's friend, you know, I messed around with her with his aunt, and I remember a couple times he tried to troll me, you know, like playing basketball or just saying like talking shit, and I wanted to pull that card, but I knew better, man. I wasn't gonna like say that shit. I wasn't gonna do
That's
that, man.
so fucked, man. Oh my
Solely
gosh.
because I still
Yeah.
thought right, and at the same time, like I still see her once in a while, like like just to talk to her. Like I'll see her at a bar or some shit. I'll be like, "Hey, what's up? How you been? How's the family?"
Damn, so it's like a small town you live in then.
It kind of is, yeah. Like 100,000 people. Yeah, not that bad.
100,000, that's shit ton. I don't have a lot down here. There's
So
one more.
yeah,
I was gonna ask.
it's kind
Here, go
so
ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead.
it's kind of like weird. Like you grow up, the girls you mess around with, and all of a sudden they got kids in high school that kind of know who your son is. And it's like, damn, holy shit, especially because like now that TikTok gives you notoriety, and it's because like a lot of these like high school kids come up to you and they're like, "Hey, what's up, man? I see you on TikTok," and then all of a sudden some of them have moms that I used to mess around with. It's fucking crazy. It's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Does like the Roach and Yeet, do they have like a lot of people going up to them and talking? He's like, oh, I seen you on TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
yeah, they do. Especially when Roach played football. When he played football, it was like we were touring schools and shit like that. Like they were kids were coming up to us and shit like that. Especially because like he was playing like at all these different schools around our area.
Yeah,
So it was crazy, man.
the Roach is nice at football.
Oh, he was pretty good, man. He's a good quarterback. I don't know if you ever seen his highlights, but he was good,
I
man.
only seen the one where he like threw like a 40 yard pass or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's his. I mean, that's just one. But I mean, I have
Yeah,
like
no,
a
I've
highlight.
yeah.
He he's been good since he was a kid, man. He was but like I said, injuries got in the way of him. So it is what it is, man.
I wanted to ask about the I seen this shit and I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? I wanted to ask about the chocolate avalanche story.
Oh yeah, bro. Don't ever take a chick to eat wings, bro. Don't. I have two chocolate avalanche stories
No, you
actually.
don't, bro. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, yeah. Because the
How
one
do
that
you
you
have
saw,
two?
well, this one was on me though. Because check this out, the one that was on me, this girl like I was dating, right? And she was like a fine ass chick I was dating. So we were doing it, right? And we had just gone to Buffalo. Oh, man, I gotta stop going to Buffalo's, man. But anyways, we were doing it, and then all of a sudden, like I just had to go. Like I had to go bad. Like it was like the point that you can't even squeeze your butt cheeks to like stop that. So I was like, hey, I told like I'll be right back. I really gotta go. I'm gonna go take a dump. I really do. I'm doing her doggy style, and it's just like nature calls. So I'm fucking running to the restroom, and
Yeah.
the whole time I'm taking a dump, I'm thinking like, oh, she ain't gonna want to fuck again. I'm like, oh man, fuck this. So then like I go back and she's like, hey, are you ready? And I'm like, for what? She's like, let's keep going. I'm like, you still want to do it after I went to go take a dump? She's
That's
like, yeah. Did you
crazy.
clean yourself? I'm like, yeah, I'm clean. I even like I even like took a shower. And she's like, all right, keep going. And I was like, yo, this chick is the one. And I didn't. She didn't become my wife, right? But I'm saying like at that time, I was like, oh shit, okay. So we kept on going afterwards. I was like, holy shit.
That's not as bad as the one you fucking told though.
Oh no, nah, it ain't as bad, but it was just like it just showed that somebody was real about it though. Somebody was being a down ass chick. But the one I told, yeah, man, she couldn't help it, and she just shitted on my face. It's something about both of the Wild Wings, man, where like it just makes you want to take a dump right away. That's why I tell people all the time: do not ever take a date to go eat wings. Especially if you know you're gonna do something afterwards, or you plan on doing something afterwards. If you know for a fact it's a sure thing, don't go eat wings. You know, from my experiences, there've been bad experiences, man. Don't fuck that.
Bro, that one, that shit would have me fucking. I'm not doing that shit ever again.
The thing is, she was like real beautiful though, man. So that's why I kind of like let her get away with it a little bit.
Busted off.
You ever seen some chick that's like super pretty, and you're just like anything bad she does, you kind of like overlook it. You're like, fuck it, man.
I mean, I think we all can relate to that.
Like the prettier
Actually,
the girl, the more.
I don't know about that one. The chocolate avalanche, bro. I don't think I could overlook that if that's any girl in the world. That shit's fucking bad.
Oh man, like I said, maybe nowadays, like I would definitely not let that shit slide. But when you're younger, I mean, whatever.
um. Wait. So I wanted to ask this. So would you rather never get Haktua again, or have the chocolate avalanche scenario happen again?
I'm the chocolate again. I can't live without that, bro. Come on, man. I
There's
cannot live
no
without that.
way,
Can't live without that. I'll take one for the team, man. If
brother.
just imagine you'll never get hot tool for the rest of your life, as opposed, hey, pain is temporary, legacy is forever. Come on, man.
Wait, they said what the fuck? They said, what do you know about the Mexican lawnmower?
The Mexican lawnmower, bro. I haven't heard that in a minute,
What the hell is
but
that?
I think it's one like I think it's when you raise the legs like that, and I don't know, is that it? Like you raise the legs like a lawnmower, right? And she's on the palms of her hand, like standing up. Like,
Is that what it
get what I'm
is?
saying?
I get what you're saying. I just don't. If is that what they're talking about?
Is that what it is? Let me see.
I was thinking the Mexican lawnmower is some fucking crazy shit.
Um, what do you call? Oh, okay. Nah, that's not what it is. A Mexican lawnmower is when you insert anal beads into a woman's anus, leaving it there for a few days, and then you rip them out. God damn.
Fuck is that,
you know,
bro?
but I bet you.
that can't be like that's gotta hurt. No.
Well, no shit, right? I mean, I don't know anybody that does that. Yo, it's kind of like if I
No,
told
I'm
you,
I'm
yo,
I'm surprised you haven't done that shit with the chocolate avalanche. Oh,
well, there's certain things I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna do the chili dog. You know what the chili dog is?
I don't know what the chili dog is.
That's when you take a shit on the girl's tits and then you titty fuck her. That's I mean, I ain't doing that. I mean, it's there.
What do you mean
It's
it's
such a
there? It's there. What does that
it's
mean?
there. Like it means like it exists. It's a thing. You know who does that? People in Dubai do that shit. The ones that take women from the United States, fly them over there, pay them like 50 grand or something like that, and then they take shits all over them.
What the?
Yeah, you hear about that shit? They take these only fan girls, right? Pay them a huge amount of money, you know, bedazzle them with jewels and fucking shopping sprees, and then comes the dine of the night. I guess they start shitting on
The
them.
dine
That's
of
that,
the
that's the
night.
thing. That's the thing in Dubai, man. They like to shit on women. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck. Hey, don't ask me. Don't kill the messenger, man. I'm just I read upon this shit.
Bro, that's where the hell are you reading on that about?
I mean, that comes out on YouTube. Somebody talked about it. What else? Podcast about OnlyFans chicks. I mean, shit. Things come across me, man.
What's your thoughts on the OnlyFans?
Well, that's legal prostitution.
Like
Uh,
you don't like it?
they're e prostitutes. I'm calling it how it is. That's what it is, right? Like
Yeah.
you're you're paying for a service. A lot of these girls will meet you up for a certain price. No, like if you have the right amount, they're gonna meet you up, and that's basically prostitution. You know, uh, it's also, I guess, it's expanded a world of simps, right? We've always had simps, but now it's on steroids because of OnlyFans. These guys are willing to pay so much money and get nothing in return, literally, to these chicks just because they're beautiful.
I mean, they do stuff to themselves.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they pay so much money in hopes that one day, you know, they're gonna like get picked, to do stuff with them or maybe to like meet them one day. They're all hoping that one day they get close enough to this chick where they can meet them, and she'll never meet these guys. She don't want to meet these guys. She just wants to get her money and call it a day.
I think it's just straight up just sad how people can think, "Oh, let me do that for a career." Like, the
It's a
fuck
pan, it's a
bullshit is
pan,
that?
it's a pandemic of simps. That's what it is. That's what OnlyFans created. A pandemic of simps.
It that is true, yeah.
But I mean, like, if that's how they get money. But look, put it this way: would you ever marry a girl who had OnlyFans? I don't think any self-respecting man would do that.
I don't think anyone. I don't. I don't know if anyone will ever do that.
There's guys out there that will. There's
Just
guys out there
fucking,
will.
bro. How you gonna like date someone and like you think, oh, she's been fucking 1,000 other dudes. 1,000 other dudes have seen her naked.
There's guys that like have no self-respect for themselves. There's guys that they're insecure about shit about themselves, thinking they're not gonna get anybody else, and they just settle for that. And it never ends well. If a girl knows that she could disrespect you right in front of you, she's gonna take advantage of that. Like she what's it called? If you let a girl disrespect you, she will walk all over you. That's just the way they work. Once a woman's
They
tainted,
work.
once a woman's tainted, you can't make her into a good girl again, right? Like the prime years of a woman are from like 19 to 26. Those are like the years that a successful guy needs to go ahead and get into a woman's life. After that, they're tainted. 26 through 40, 45. I mean, that's it. A guy does not want to compete with a girl. A guy does not want to take shit from a girl. A guy only wants peace and happiness with a woman, with his woman. Because at the end of the day, if you're always fighting about something, if you always got to prove yourself to this girl, it gets tiring, man. You get fatigued, and you're like, "Fuck this! What am I doing with this girl?" But
Yeah.
if a girl is less tainted, right, and you get with her at an age before any other dude could go ahead and break her heart or fuck her over, then you got something. You create something with that woman. You don't want to be with somebody that's already been flown out to Dubai or other countries.
Flown out to
You don't want
Dubai.
you don't want these girls. You want a girl to have her first experiences with you. You want to be the leader to like show her around the world, right? You don't want her to be already all over the world.
Yeah, you want to
That
show a girl, the chili dog. It's you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. You don't even want to do the chili dog. Oh man, yeah. But going back to that, yeah, that's the way it is, man. That's what like that's what OnlyFans did. OnlyFans tainted the modern day woman for the most part.
It's bad, yeah. Like I honestly, I want that shit to get banned. Like even
Yeah,
that
they
even
never nobody's meant to do that.
Even Pornhub, like how can someone just search that up on their browser and it comes up? Like that's just I don't know. To me, it's all fucked up, bro.
Yeah, they banned Pornhub over here in Texas.
Oh, you can't even search it up.
Nah, it's blocked.
Damn, that sucks.
I'm like, damn, man. Y'all got. I'm like this. It's like that. Damn.
That's
My
it.
body, my.
No, I think that should be banned all over the world though. Like that's because we got kids, young kids, discovering that, and it's not difficult for them to go on that either.
See, and that it's very telling that they'll ban TikTok in this country before they'll ban fucking OnlyFans. It just lets you know that somebody wants to control the media, and they're tired of like people thinking for themselves. So that's the real reason why they wanted to ban TikTok. Not because the Chinese are coming in and they're spying on us and
Oh, who the fuck
they're
cares
taking.
about that?
Yeah, that's it. That's the excuse. Basically, those lawyers are defensive lawyers, and they're basically using a defensive angle in order to get the leverage from the judge, right, or from whoever's like in charge of everything. And it's basically the same thing as defending a killer, right? You got to have an angle as to which people will be on your side, or the judge will be on your side and rule in your favor. So that's what it is. The angle is the data. That's not the real reason, though. The real
Yeah,
reason is they want to control the media. They're tired of people like being smart, talking to each other and learning about things that are happening in the world. That's the real reason, man. TikTok
I
is a powerful tool.
I actually yeah. I mean, I feel like TikTok is extremely it's important. I don't know. But the only thing with TikTok is, it's ruining people's attention spans. But other than that, I think TikTok's a great platform for people to be on.
Man, like I said, TikTok has made me a lot of money, but now they want to take that away from me and everybody else. Like,
You can't even make money in off TikTok in Canada.
yeah, no, it's only in the United States, and
It's I don't know why that is.
crazy, right? Like, but I guess because they I don't know, they favor what we do here. I guess I don't know what the fuck. I don't know the real reason, but a lot of people in this country were making a lot of money off that,
Bro,
and
people be making money off just like making edits. Have you seen, people are making like 100K off just making
yeah,
edits. Like it's pretty crazy.
yeah, and I hope they took advantage of that because, like I said, like good things, great things like that don't last forever, man.
I mean,
Eventually,
it's a free money hack at that point.
yeah. Eventually, someone's gonna get greedy, and then they're gonna try to shut that shit down and ruin it for the rest of us. So, yeah, man. But hopefully, let's see what happens on Monday. I heard Monday was a big day where, like, Trump might like come and save it or whatever. I don't know, man. But the one thing for sure is I'm gonna work hard on my YouTube because either way, I still, I got a good amount of subscribers on YouTube, but I gotta grow it even more. You know,
Yeah, but it's harder to grow your YouTube as it is for TikTok.
I get like I was growing it steadily when I was like really into it. Like I was putting a lot of content on YouTube.
Yeah,
I was putting on, yeah, I was putting on the reality shows. Like even like back in 2020, I was putting on C Styles reality, and then it turned into Raising the Roach, and it was getting traction. It was getting a lot of traction. The thing is that TikTok became so easy and so better, like to reach viewers that I started focusing more on that. And I was just like, well, I kind of put YouTube to the back burner a little bit.
yeah, TikTok's a lot easier and you get more views and all that type of shit.
Yeah, but either way, man, I'll still try to focus on what's it called on YouTube now and see what's up. But if they decide to like not actually go through with that ban on Monday or whatever day it is, then yeah, I'll go right straight back into TikTok and business as usual.
Bro, you got to drop the craziest Hawk Tuah story in celebration of TikTok not being banned.
I will, man. I will. Shit. I need to. But let's see what happens. They said that it might go dark on Sunday, or maybe like I don't know, they'll enforce it or not. I'm not even sure.
I don't know if it's getting banned over in Canada. I'm not sure with that.
Nah, y'all are good. Everybody else is good. We're the only country that they're gonna say, fuck TikTok. They're gonna fuck us over.
I don't know.
But
Um, but yeah, I know you're going. I know you're going to your secret location. You said, you know, I just have I have two more questions for you, and then I'll let you dip out. I feel like we've been here longer than an hour and a half. I appreciate
yeah,
you.
cool, man.
I appreciate you coming on, man. It's
Yeah, no,
so I want to ask what you're most proud of in 2024.
the most proud of in 2024 was I was able to make the most money on TikTok and being able to break bread with my two sons. We were able to make a lot of money that year. That was probably our most successful year.
How the fuck? So DeRoach bought a Benz by himself.
Yeah, yeah, that was off TikTok money. TikTok and YouTube money, to be exact.
So you guys are going fucking crazy.
So that's why it kind of breaks my heart that they want to fucking ban this shit, bro. Like we're already like got the most success in 2024. I was planning for some better shit to come out this year.
That honestly, I really hope it doesn't for everyone's sake. To be honest,
Yeah.
it's also helped a lot of other people too.
Oh, of course. Hell yeah.
And then I want to ask if you this is a little deeper question. I don't know if you can answer this, but do you have like a favorite memory in 2024?
Favorite memory? Let me see. I mean, I got a bunch of good memories. I mean, definitely when me and Heat 956 went to Vegas spontaneously. That was in the middle of May. Um, like I just said, like, hey man, like like let's go
Is
to Vegas.
is Yeet
We
allowed to
made a good.
bet? Is he allowed to
Not
place
really.
bets? No.
No, not really. But he could watch me.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot of things to do out there too. So
Yeah.
I rented out an Alfa Romeo and I let him drive it. So that was like a
I I
dream
I
car.
seen that video actually. Is
Yeah, there
that
was a lot of things to.
you like that car?
I mean, I didn't care for it. I only rented it out for him.
I didn't even know what that car was until
Me neither. Me neither until he
it's
said it.
just like a random car.
So I rented that out, and I was like, "All right, you want to drive for like?" So we were having a good time there, and we yeah, we had a blast. There's a lot of things to do out there. It's not just gambling. There's a lot of shows you could watch. There's a lot of good food you could eat. It's a lot of things. It's like
Vegas?
a yeah, and then what's it called? Oh yeah, when I went to Chicago, what was it? October, late October. I went there with my wife, and then we had a blast there. It was just me and her. What's it called? Yeah, we had a good, I had a great year, 2024, man. There's a lot of things, a lot of good things, man. A lot of good things.
I really hope 2025 is gonna be good for you, man. Because
2025 started out interesting, man. Like all this shit going on right now. Oh man. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully everything gets figured out. But if 2025 means that I gotta go ahead and push my YouTube and like actually grow the empire on there, then by all means, man, maybe it's a sign. I never back away from a challenge, so I'm like, all right, well,
I think people will come over to your YouTube.
yeah, nah. I mean, I feel like I already have some people from TikTok on YouTube, but at the
Yeah.
same time, like if on YouTube, you got to give them a reason to watch. Well, then that's the challenge I'm going to give myself and try to make even better content. Meaning, like everything's going to be more upgraded. And like I said, I wanted to make short films on my YouTube.
Wait, you can kind of still post like those TikTok type of things on like Instagram Reels, right?
Yeah, like it's called Shorts.
Yeah, shorts.
Oh, yeah. On YouTube, it's called Shorts. But yeah, Instagram Reels. Yeah, yeah, I got my IG too.
People are
But I
gonna
feel
switch to that then if TikTok gets banned.
yeah, probably. Yeah, more than likely. But like I said, YouTube is where they pay more. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
focus on where you know. But either way, like that's the goal, I guess. Like that's the goal to make short films, make skits on the Haktua stories. Real life skits. Uh, yeah, man, this shit. You gotta fuck it. If it's entertainment on YouTube, I gotta make some of the most entertaining shit out there, though.
bro, I'm dying to hear another fucking Hawk Tuah story. Oh shit.
um, but yeah, I will. But if TikTok, like I said, if it gets saved, I'm going to go 10 times harder. I will fucking, that's a sign. That's a warning sign from God saying, you know what, you have not taken full advantage of this app. Go harder. So I will. Yeah, I will make sure I do that.
All right, man. I really hope TikTok doesn't get banned for your sake. Like, you're gonna go crazy in 2025. I know you will. I know you will. You sound
You know,
excited.
oh yeah, I'm motivated. From one way or another, I'm motivated. Like I said, I want to make short films based on the songs, on the storytelling songs that I did as well. Like Broken Code, I want to make a short film for Broken Code. Like I'm shooting the music video tomorrow, and it's gonna be dope. But I also want to make a short film, like a kind of like a Netflix episode.
Yeah.
So I got a couple of these songs that I want to make into short films, and hopefully they succeed because I got a guy that has a good camera. He knows how to do movie production and all that, like short film production
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
That would
So if
be
I could,
really dope.
so if I could pull something off like that, then all right, by all means, you know.
That'd be really dope.
But hey, we'll see what happens, man. That is what's up in the air for 2025.
It's mysterious right now.
Right.
But I appreciate you coming on, C Styles. I
Bro.
we had a good talk. We kind
Mhm.
of got fucked up at the start, but it's fine. Appreciate you
But it
coming
will.
on, man. You were.
Hey, I appreciate.
I will see you. You know what? I gotta check in with you. If TikTok gets banned or not.
Yeah. Oh, you'll know. You'll definitely know. All
All right, appreciate you, bro. See ya.
right, bro.
Peace. Oh my fucking gosh, bro. Dude, I've been fucking dying without water.